against Tebow. He's running all the way back to the left to the 5-yard line, stretches it out. That's Anthony D. He gets out to the 25. He breaks another tackle to the 30, the 35, the 40, 50, the 45, the 40, 30, 25. There's nobody near him.
No flags.
What a play.
Anthony D goes the distance. D stands for distance. The Clippers on the low block, kick out downtown, Yahtzee.
Two pitch, face hit left field. Austin Suchecki gets it done.
In front of the goal mouth, they jump for it. The header finds the back of the net. Hadley Camo with a spectacular play.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the campus here at Nashua South High School. It is boys Division I basketball. It's Battle of the Bridge time, part 2. As we saw the first game tonight, the Nashua North Titans held off the Nashua South Purple Panthers in a great back and forth game. Coach Kurt Dutilli nice enough to join us in the postgame. This one, all that and a bag of chips as well, as the Nashua South Purple Panthers come in with an 8-3 record. Meanwhile, across the river, the Titans, they come in at a reciprocal 3-8, which is not, it's not really indicative of the kind of team this North team is, as these two teams did battle back in the holiday tournament, and North came out on top. It was a low-scoring affair in the 40s. Nashua North able to beat Nashua South. This game, if it's scored in the 60s or higher, difficult for Nashua North, although Robinson Rodriguez, the center for the Titans, had a monstrous game tonight, dropping in 36 points. On the other side of the ledger, you have to talk about one of the all-time greats here in terms of shooting and scoring, as this Panther team able to score in bunches, led by Josh Caruso. And he's not afraid to shoot from anywhere. He dropped 40 the other night. Count them, 40. I talked to Coach Steve Lane in the postgame, and he said, look, we're going to pick our poison tonight. We're going to try to not let him drop 40 on us. If the other guys score, so be it. Here's what we're going to try to look for defensively. Will Nate Mazerow, the head coach for the Purple Panthers, stay in a zone defense, or will he play the usual man-to-man defense? It's a Nashua North team that doesn't always shoot so well from the outside, so we'll see if they stay in a zone and give up those shots, or if they go man-to-man, which could make it a little easier for North to score in those one-on-one matchups. As we mentioned, this Nashua North team enters at 3-8. They lost to Portsmouth in their last game, and it was an overtime affair. Portsmouth, one of the top teams in the state. Meanwhile, this Nashua South team able to defeat Portsmouth by double digits. We'll meet the starters for Nashua North. And that's 0, Alex Landry. Robinson Rodriguez, he wears number 1. Alize Roy Cortez, senior guard, number 2. Luke Peters, 5'9" senior guard, number 5, gets the start. Rounding out the starting 5 is number 14, sophomore, 6'2", Josh Sullivan. Head coach for the Titans, Steve Lane. And now we'll meet the starters for Nashua South. as this place starts to go bonkers. Number 32, Francisco Rodriguez gets the start for Coach Maz. Number 22 is Daniel Karavanik. He's 6'6". Number 24, a 6'3" junior Josh Tripp. Link Vanderhorst, number 4, 5'11" senior guard. And the biggest scorer for the Nashua South Purple Panthers is number 0, Josh Caruso. We'll take this time out for the national anthem. We'll be right back with the opening tip right after this. All right, hazardous conditions outside, wintry mix, and potentially more hazardous conditions inside. I want to welcome you all here on the highlight guy. Jason Roby calling all of the action for you. Steve Cody is the man on the moving pictures, and this should be a good one. Steve Cody, of course, surrounded by the caution tape. No stranger to yellow tape surrounding him. Usually it's crime scene tape. That's worth 2 times, Steve, because if you didn't watch the girls' game, I used the same joke, but we got to go with it again. It was all that. Fans still trickling in here from the icy parking lot outside, but it's toasty in here, and we are ready to get underway as Robinson Rodriguez and the Titans going right to left on your dial. He'll take the jump ball against number 24, Josh Tripp. For the Nashua South Purple Panthers, ball is up. Or rather, that wasn't Tripp. That was Tripp. And they'll start in the half court. Tripp gave it up top to Vanderhorst. Vanderhorst now. Left-hand dribble. Skips it across the way. This is Rodriguez. Back to Tripp. Up top. Dribble penetrate, going to get called for a travel as Karavanik came into the paint and he kind of jump stopped, but he may have dragged that pivot foot. Alize Roy Cortez marked up by Vanderhorst. Roy Cortez loses it. He'll go off of his leg, turnover. So each team with an early turnover here. And the Titans will extend. And we'll watch this Luke Peters defense on Caruso. He's not going to leave him alone the entire night, except to maybe provide a little double team. They get him on a backdoor cut. He's open for a minute. Dribble drive on the baseline. Challenge up. And getting hacked in the act is Tripp. He'll head to the line for a pair. And that one is going to go against, I think it's going to go against Landry. That'll be his first, the team's first. So heading to the line is the 6'3" junior Josh Tripp. Tripp back irons the first and gets the friendly roll. One thing's for sure, it won't be a shutout. Two out of two for Tripp. And here comes the pressure. Roy Cortez now. Trying to get a pick from Peters. Doesn't get it. Reverses it back to Sullivan. He'll left-hand dribble. Landry, right-hand dribble. Drives the paint. Goes up. Strong. And Landry ties up the game. Vanderhorst working against Alizé. Roy Cortez loses his footing. And I think they're going to call that one on Alizé, so that's his first personal. Two quick fouls against the Titans. The race is to 5. Landry trying to mark up Tripp, making him work the entire length of the floor. Downtown, three-point shot, no. Back iron. Landry ran for it. Bodies bumped into one another. Peters got the rebound to Alizé. Sullivan's not shy. No. Skying for that one was Landry. Mistimed his jump, and back the other way comes Caruso. Left-hand dribble. Caruso being hounded there. Got it up top to Vanderhorst. Link now sets the scene. Dribble drive, penetrate. Was harassed a little bit. Sullivan now, offensively. Landry across the way. They skip it. Robinson gets his first touch in the offensive end. Robinson hit a bunch of three-pointers the other night in Portsmouth. Backdoor cut's not there, so Peters will reset. They'll cycle through. And a pretty move there by Roy Cortez. Great body position. He definitely didn't have the height advantage, so he had to contort his body to keep distance between him and the defender. 4-2. Across the way it goes to Tripp. He's not shy. Yahtzee! And Tripp has all 5 of the Panther points here in the early going of this one. Landry. Pounded. Got to watch that 3-second violation. He gets out just in time. Peters, kick out. Roy Cortez resets the scene. He'll calm things down and operate in the half court. You don't want to get in a scoring competition. Good body control there. And Luke Peters hangs in the air, and he lets him know about it. He'll head to the line for a free throw. 3 officials here in this one as well, as the Titans take a 1-point lead. And Luke Peters heads to the line for a chance to complete a 3-point play the old-fashioned way. Peters calmly knocks it down. 7-5 Titans. Vanderhorst marked up by Roy Cortez. Gets it over the top. Karavanek back to Tripp. And they give him that 3-point shot again, and this time hits side iron. And Robinson comes away with it. Sullivan will run. They had their back to Sullivan. He hangs in the air like a wizard. Knocks it home. 9-5 Titans. Downtown, 3-point shot. Back iron. Robinson skies over the top. Roy Cortez will run. They find Peters. Long 2. No. Roy Cortez goes into the land of the Giants and cleans it up. Sullivan, baseline drive, and he gets fouled. And that one will go against Link Vanderhorst. That'll give the Titans the ball possession under the basket. And the Titan fans saying they can't hear the South fans. Something tells me by the end of this one, you might. There's going to be a back and forth in the stands going back both ways, something tells me. A lot of balcony Muppets here today. Caruso's not shy. He knocks one down with a hand in his face. And he's just a pure shooter, is Josh Caruso. Landry nearly lost the handle, goes between the legs, hands it off to Sullivan. Sullivan, left-hand dribble. Roy Cortez thinking baseline. Kick out back to Sullivan. Little two-player game now. They'll clear the lane for him, and they'll reset the offense. Pick on ball. Robinson will roll to the high post, and they're going to call it jump ball. Possession will stay with the Titans. Nashua North fortunate there, as going to the bench is Coach Mazarol. Checking in will be Colin Levesque, and Vanderhorst will head to the bench. Roy Cortez doing the honors out of bounds. He's got to get it in, and he's got to do it quickly. We'll see if Coach calls timeout. It's a turnover. Josh Tripp came away with the steal. They find Caruso. He uses the long arm. Oh! A whirling dervish of a move. Peters, kick out. Roy Cortez, no. Ball bounces around. Peters came away with it. Tried to throw it off of Caruso, who had fallen out of bounds, but it hit the floor. The Panthers with a 1-point advantage. 2:53 to go in the first quarter. You are watching live on the Highlight Guy. Caruso now brings the ball over half court. He's got 4 points here in the early going of this one. Back to Caruso. They pick for him. He front irons that one, and Roy Cortez came away with it. They're going to call a foul on the floor, and I think it's going to go against Levesque. Shane Lemaire and, or rather, Brandon Lebrecht and Connor Johnson. Connor Johnson's a great story. This is Connor's first action of the year. And he provides Coach Lane a little bit of height off the bench at 6'5", 6'6". That can allow Robinson to wander on the outside as well. Roy Cortez couldn't get it to go. As our friend John Collins likes to call him ARC. Downtown, Tripp's not shy. No. Robinson battled Tripp, took it away from him. And Chick gets it to go. And that is pure athleticism there by the 6'3" junior forward, Josh Tripp. His football season didn't end the way he wanted it to. He's going to do everything in his power to make sure his basketball season does. Timeout called by Coach Lane and the Titans. It's a 12-9 advantage. And now the South Panthers yell back, "We can't hear you," to the north sideline. As Ozzy Osbourne's Crazy Train rings from the rafters. And that reminds us to remind you to stay up to date with all the Highlight Guys' upcoming live streams. Subscribe to our YouTube channel today. Never miss out on the games you want to see. Go to YouTube, search the Highlight Guy, and hit subscribe. We thank you in advance. And if you'd like to advertise with us, smart move on your part. If you think you like what you're seeing, go to thehighlightguy.com or contact Steve at thehighlightguy.com and advertise with us today. Robinson has the baseline. Gets it over to the recently checked in Tyson Wang, and he gets fouled. So a cheap one there for the Purple Panthers, as Romero will pick up his first. Got to get it in. Here it comes. Alizé Roy Cortez being marked up by Colvin Levesque. Left-hand dribble, Johnson on the high screen and roll. And in. And what a move. Alizé Roy Cortez goes high off the glass. I thought for a second he had Connor Johnson rolling to the hoop, but he took it right to the hole. Roy Cortez with a chance to get point number 5, and he does. And a little problem with the scoreboard. They had the wrong numbers up there as Tripp goes up high and pulling down. The rebound was Braden Lebrecht. Jump ball forced again by Tripp. Possession will stay with the Panthers. We are locked up at 12 points apiece. Got to get it in play. Tripp needs help. Able to find Caruso. High off the glass. No good. Another offensive rebound. The Panthers will reset the scene. Up top, downtown, Lemaire. Yahtzee! Shane Lemaire makes his presence felt. Panthers by 3. Tyson calling the play from just beyond half court. Ball is stolen. Caruso will run. Huang will try to guard him, but he can't. And Caruso has 6. Tyson got to keep his dribble. He does. They're trying to force him left. That's okay. He'll give it up to Roy Cortez. Roy Cortez now surveying the scene. He'll cycle through. Levesque guarding closely. Johnston gets it over to Tyson. Tyson up top. Robinson Rodriguez gave it up. This is LeBrecq. All 5 Titans have touched it in the half court. The runner in the lane up. And a pretty make there by Roy Cortez. And the senior has 7. 17-14 Panthers, 22 seconds to go. And the Titan fans come alive, imploring their team to play defense. 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Caruso, ball fake, puts it up. 3-point shot for Caruso. And we'll come to the end of the first quarter. They're going to have to replace that net. It's on fire down here in the home of the Purple Panthers. At the end of the first quarter, your score, Nashua South 20, Nashua North 14. You are watching the highlight guy. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back with second quarter action. This place is going berserk.
Meet Bouvier Prepare, your game changer in college athletics recruitment. We cut through the chaos, focusing on superb communication and top-notch organization. One-on-one attention, tailored strategies, and a winning game plan for emails, calls, camps, visits, and offer closings. Be prepared. Your limitless future starts now with Bouvier Prepare.
Welcome back to the Belanger Gym here in the Gate City of Nashua, New Hampshire. It's the home of the Purple Panthers, and it's the battle of the bridge between North and South. Nashua North in the battle owns a 7-5 advantage. Panthers trying to win this one. Downtown, long 3 ball is no good. The recently checked in Adamse went up for it. I'm going to say he was out of bounds. And Sari is recently checked in, and now the Panthers will quickly go to the bench. They get it in front of the Panther bench, and they find Tripp on the near side, guarded closely by Adamse. Tripp taking his time. They're trying to face guard Caruso, try to pick up a couple of moves. Peters up to the challenge early on in the possession. He's got one job, folks. There's not much you can do if that goes in. ARC with the rebound. He'll run. Finds Peters. He's not shy. No, Adamse jumped a little too early. And back the other way come the Titans. Get a carry call. Turnover on Caruso. Luke Peters will come over to the sideline to do the honors. Panthers will extend the defense. Roy Cortez marked up by Vanderhorst. Guarded closely. Nice pass. Adamse found himself all alone. Spin move. Got it to Rodriguez. Far away from the hoop. Can shoot the 3. We'll see if he does. Long range jumper pull up. And a pretty make there and Robinson is in the books. 20-16 Panthers. Important that Robinson gets heated up here. Titans are going to need his scoring. And 2 Panthers get shoved out of bounds. May have had a little help by Luke Peters. He'll pick up his first. Ball is inbounded, and they'll reset the scene. This is Lemaire. Bounce pass, high elbow. Adamsay going to get called for the hack as he reached in on Tripp. So Mansar will pick up his first. Got to inbound it. They get it in. He's looking for the return pass quickly. They were ready for it. Tripp comes away with it. And back up top to Vanderhorst. Nice bounce pass. Caruso. That ball may have been tipped by Rodriguez. Little leather souffle, and back the other way comes Sullivan. Hot knife through butter. It went off of his thigh as they poked it at him, and possession will go back to the Panthers on the turnover. 6:19 to go before the half. Nashua South enjoying a 20-16 lead. Operating in the half court. It's Karavanek looking for help. He finds it in Tripp. And now it'll come back up top to Caruso. Caruso, penetrate, kick out. Nice job, unselfish play. Three-pointer knocked down there by Shane Lemaire. The 5'11 sophomore guard has 6, all from beyond the three-point stripe. Pretty move on the delay as Alize Roy Cortez continues his wizardry. Caruso has his pocket picked. Alize now looking for help. The big man goes up and gets hacked in the act. Robinson Rodriguez will head to the free throw line. And a great job of transition there by the Titans. I'm sure Coach Mazerow will make sure to tell his Panthers transition defense is important. You got to get back. I think that foul went against Tripp. If it did, that's his first. Rodriguez release rotation splash. He'll get a second as a host of substitutes, or a couple of substitutes anyway, will come in for each team. Rodriguez rattles it around and in. Shooter's touch there. 23-20 Nashua South. 5:21 to go in the first half. Vanek downtown. A rainmaker is no good. Rodriguez changes a couple of light bulbs and comes away with that one. Roy Cortez now. Back to Rodriguez. He's not shy. Can't get it to go. Landry tried to make something happen. Couldn't, and back the other way comes the recently checked in Rodriguez. Francisco gave it up and they reverse it. Vanderhorst, the Euro step. I'm going to say Peters hacked him in the act, and Link is going to head to the free throw line for a pair. Looks like it's going to be Peters' second foul. And the team's third foul, so 2 more will put the Panthers at the line for the remainder of the half. Back iron, no. Link will get a second one. Connor Johnson will come in, and Titans will go with a little height as Peters will check out with the 2 fouls. Nobody in that bottom box for the Panthers as Link goes 1 out of 2 on that trip. And the lead is 4 for Nashua South. Vanderhorst making Alize work all the way up the floor. Sullivan now. Pick from Johnson. They switch it nicely. Needs help. Finds it back up to the top right. Another pick. They had him on the roll if they wanted to get him. They couldn't see him. And it's one of those plays that could open up. Roy Cortez imposing his will. And he's clapping. He wants some of this. Vanderhorst gives it up. Caruso being marked up by Landry. 0-0, 0-on-0. Caruso from downtown knocks down a triple. Three-pointer no good for the Titans. And a foul call there. And it gives the fans a chance to catch their breath as all kinds of energy in here. Probably power a small town like Amherst with all the energy in here, Steve Cody. Up top it comes to Caruso. Landry tried to reach on him. And another cheap one for Alex. He's going to pick up foul number 2, and all that's going to do is send Caruso to the free throw line for a pair of uncontested shots. Josh has 12 already here tonight. Stands for 13 and 14 on this trip. Conley knocks down the first. He'll get a second. Tyson Wang will check back in, and he'll probably draw the job of trying to guard Caruso as Landry heads to the bench with 2 personals. And 5 team fouls now, by the way, for the Titans. 2 out of 2 for Caruso. This is danger zone time if you're Nashua North. You don't want any silly fouls, and you also don't want this lead to go any bigger than 7. Roy Cortez now. Left-hand dribble. Over the top it comes. Johnson. Bounce pass to Sullivan. Roy Cortez. Get the ball poked away from him. Nice job and a good feed finding Sullivan under the basket. We're going to foul here. And I think it might be a delay of game warning against Sullivan is my guess. So it won't put South at the free throw line. It may have been some kind of a delay of game against North. Vanderhorst running the point. Get it over to Karavanik, looking for help. Trying to find Caruso. Instead it goes to Tripp. Caruso thought about it. Delayed. Banished from the kingdom of hardwood. And back the other way comes Tyson. Goes up strong. No. Battled for, and back the other way come the Panthers. And all alone, cherry picking at the basket was Caruso. Roy Cortez, pull-up jumper. No. Long rebound. Battled for. Taken there by number 32, Francisco Rodriguez. And back the other way come the Purple Panthers. Lead is 7. And we're going to get an offensive foul, I think. That is the call. I believe it's going to go against Josh Tripp. So he'll check out, and 6'1" senior forward Tim Stavely will check in. And so here we go. Vanderhorst nearly stealing the ball, falls into the side barricades. Tyson inbounds the ball. Vanderhorst tries reaching over the top, couldn't get it. Alize Roy Cortez will reset it. Robinson Rodriguez drives the paint, goes up strong, hangs in the air, and he gets hacked in the act, and he'll head to the free throw line for 2. And that one is going to go against Link Vanderhorst. That's his second personal. Robinson Rodriguez will head to the line. 6'6" senior has 4 points so far. Make that 5. Caruso in the early going of this one has 16 first half points, still a $1.55 to play. Rodriguez back irons the second, rebound taken by Rodriguez. The other Rodriguez, Lagnan, back the other way. Comes tripping the Panthers. Karavanic's not shy. Yahtzee! Daniel Karavanic is in the books. Tyson loses his footing and travels, and they clap in his face to let him know about their pleasure. Adams A will check in for Connor Johnston. Got to make sure you check in from the right spot, scores table. Rules are rules, Steve. Come on now. 1:28 to go. Vanderhorst. And it looked like that ball went off of Caruso. They're going to say it went off of a Titan. Fans yelling their displeasure. I'm sure there'll be plenty of complaint notes to the Federation. Pull-up jumper, long range, and a nice make there by Caruso. No answer for the 6'1" senior guard. And the lead is 11. Sullivan now, left-hand dribble. Loses his footing, bounce pass, and he threw it at the feet of Lebrec, and back the other way come the Panthers. Rodriguez nearly had his pocket picked, and the problem there is Lebrec could not grab that ball because he didn't reestablish himself on the court of play. So Caruso to do the honors. They get it up top. Vanderhorst now down into the low. Caruso, front iron on that one. The Panthers will get back in transition. Taking his time now. Jose Roy Cortez will pick and roll play. They're going to call a carry on ARC. 23.9 seconds to go. It's been a fast and furious first half here. From the Belanger Gymnasium, home of the Nashua South Purple Panthers. Panthers trying to go to 9-3 on the season. Trip. Right-hand dribble crossover. Karavanic now. Leather souffle. Rodriguez knocks that one out of bounds. Now they'll bring in some more height as Johnston will come in and Lebrec will head to the bench. And that was an interesting looking shot. It would not have surprised me if it had gone in, as Caruso is put on a shooting and scoring display here in the first half. It is a 36-25 Panther advantage. We got to pay some bills. We'll be back with some numbers, some stats, and a fantastic second half. You are watching live on the Highlight Guy. Stay tuned.
Meet Bouvier Prepare, your game changer in college athletics recruitment. We cut through the chaos, focusing on superb communication and top-notch organization. One-on-one attention, tailored strategies, and a winning game plan for emails, calls, camps, visits, and offer closings. Be prepared. Your limitless future starts now with Bouvier Prepare.
Hi, this is Deb Cody with the Dow Group at Keller Williams Coastal and Lakes and Mountains Realty. I have a passion for helping people, and I love to help people with their real estate goals, whether it's buying, selling, or investing. I'm licensed in New Hampshire, Massachusetts, and Maine, and work with an incredible team, the Dow Group, which has been the #1 real estate team in New Hampshire for the past several years. Collectively, the team has sold over $1 billion worth of real estate in the past 20 years. If you're curious to know what the local market is like in your area, feel free to reach out via my website, deb.thedowgroup.com, and let's get connected.
Are you looking to play sports in college? Almost every college recruiting website recommends having a highlight video as one of the top 3 crucial recruiting tools. In fact, 93% of college coaches we surveyed said they watch a recruit's highlight video as part of their player assessments. Our sole purpose is to make you look good. Our highlight videos include an athlete bio and accolade page, stop motion, and player highlight. The video is not done until you are completely satisfied and say it's done. We also upload to YouTube or whatever recruiting platform you use. The highlight guide can also film your high school or club games to capture you in action, resulting in amazing footage that you can use to help create your highlight video. We have the expertise to help you get recruited. Check out our website at thehighlightguide.com or contact Steve at thehighlightguide.com to get started on your path to playing sports in college.
Welcome back to the Belanger Gymnasium here in the gate city of Nashua, New Hampshire. Jason Roby calling all of the action for you. Steve Cody is the man on the moving pictures. You are watching the Highlight Guy. I want to thank you all for joining us here. It is Battle of the Bridge week here in Nashua as the Nashua North Lady Titans won the first game here this evening in a great back and forth battle against Nashua South. And that gave North a 7-5 advantage in the Battle of the Bridge. Here, the Nashua South Purple Panthers are trying to get to within one of tying it up on Monday night. It is a Nashua North team that scored 25 points in the first half, but they gave up 36, and it was Josh Caruso leading all scorers with 18 points. And he is a pure scorer, plain and simple. Leading the way for the Titans was Alize Roy Cortez with 11 points. And that will give you your 36-25 difference. Of course, my book, again, not official. I have a 35-25 advantage for Nashua South. I am somewhere 1 point short, but I'm not the official book. That is kept down at the scorers table. 8 minutes on the clock, third quarter action. Panthers to inbound. They're going right to left on your dial as the two teams switch sides. Here comes the trap. They're going to attack Tripp. He splits it, and Sullivan comes away with a turnover, and Peters finishes at the other end. Well done by the Titans. Back the other way now. Come the Panthers. Karavanek. Good patience and a pretty move underneath the bucket. 38-27, 11-point advantage for the Panthers. Vanderhorst got that one away. Roy Cortez was able to control it. Landry has his pocket picked by Karavanek, and he'll skip it across the way to Tripp. Tripp from the far side. Landry trying to force him back to the middle of the gym. And he'll cross it over, bring it back to the right. Downtown, Caruso, Yahtzee. Josh Caruso finishes where he left off, or starts where he left off, rather. Knocks down a triple. Underneath it goes to Sullivan. He's harassed there, loses the ball. Karavanek comes away with it. It was good defense by Caruso. Here comes Tripp and the Panthers. Nice bounce pass underneath, too hard. Landry will run. 3-on-2 opportunity. And Landry carried that ball. And I got to make sure things don't get chippy here. It looked like they had the potential to become as such. Karavanek gives it up to Caruso. Caruso's not shy. No good, and skying for that one was Landry. Peters now loses his dribble, needs help, finds Alize Roy Cortez just over half court. Sullivan set the scene. He'll get a pick and roll. Robinson couldn't handle it, reverses himself, and finishes at the cup. Pull-up jumper. Caruso, no. Peters will run, and he gets hacked. And they're going to give the foul. Not sure who's getting the foul. I thought it was Caruso, but it was a double-digit number. I think they gave it to Francisco Rodriguez. Now the Titans trying to get this to within 10. Sullivan on the left side to pick on ball. Rodriguez will give it up to Roy Cortez. Thought about it. Penetrated. Baseline dribble drive. Nice spin move by Robinson. And it's good. Nice move there by Robinson Rodriguez. He'll get a chance for a three-point play the old-fashioned way. It's 41-31. They have not put the points on the board yet. He counted the 2 points, and they didn't put it. Okay, there they go. Now they're up there. Robinson knocks down the free throw. Three-point play. Back the other way comes Tripp and the Panthers. They're going to try to trap him again. He finds Vanderhorst on the far side. Link. Little hesitation there. Caruso goes into the land of the Giants and cleans up the mess. He's got 5 in the third. Sullivan hangs in the air and has a chance for a three-point play. The 6'2 sophomore guard. 4 points in the first half. Now has 6 and is going for 7. 43-34. Sullivan. His free throw is true. And the lead is down to 8. Tripp over the half-court line. Be aware of that trap. It was coming. Up top it comes now, Rodriguez. Couple of dribbles, loses it. Gets back across the way to Vanderhorst. He was looking for the streaking Karavanik in the paint. They'll reset the scene. Tripp thought about it. And instead, they'll just take their time and run through the paces. Vanderhorst takes it into the land of the Giants. He loses it, and it's going to go back to the Titans. Vanderhorst thought it was knocked out of his hands by a Titan. ARC and Vanderhorst locked up. Mano y mano. Sullivan. Caruso was marking him. They'll reverse it. Nice spin move up strong. And a great finish by Roy Cortez. And a timeout called by the Purple Panthers. Don't look now. The lead is down to 6. The Titans making a run here in the third quarter. Steve Cody has let me know that we are up to 703 subscribers now. That'll give us a chance once again to talk about the highlight guy. Stay up to date with all of our live streams. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. And never miss out on the games that you want to see. Just go to YouTube, search the highlight guy, and hit subscribe. We thank you in advance. And hey, if you're looking to advertise with us, just contact Steve at thehighlightguy.com. Get your business out there. We're happy to play commercials for you. Read your descriptors here live on air in front of all 703 of our subscribers and the millions watching from around the globe. 4:09 to go in the third quarter. It'll be Nashua South ball. On the far side, 43-37. LeVake will do the honors from the right side. Here comes the trap, and a little too much mustard on that hot dog. It went out of bounds. It was intended for Francisco Rodriguez, but you would have had to have been 10 feet tall to make that catch. Peters got to get it in bounds. Finds Roy Cortez being hounded there by LeVake. Robinson gets reached in, able to keep the ball, and Robinson showing great determination. The senior has 7 points here in the third quarter. Four-point Nashua South lead. Francisco needs help, finds it. We're going to give that one to LeVake. He didn't pull the trigger. Tripp back out to LeVake to Caruso. He'll drive baseline, little floater. Teardrop in the lane is up and good. And Caruso has 7 in the third quarter. ARC. Robinson. In and out. And a good job by Landry keeping it alive. Tipped it out to Peters. And the Titans will reset. Luke Peters. Drive. Pull-up jumper. Can't get it to go. And Landry again tried to keep that one alive. Couldn't do it. Caruso. Reverse layup. And he's got 9 in the third quarter. Lead is back up to 8 points for the Panthers. Running the point is Luke Peters. Back to Landry. Now Rodriguez, top of the key, marked up by Tripp. Sullivan. Spin move at the elbow. And they'll reset the scene. Skip it across the way. Pick on ball. Roy Cortez. Penetrate. Nice pass underneath to Landry. Good 1-2 punch there. Tripp. Over the mouth of the Panther. Karavanik. They'll just rotate through and reset. 1:55 to go in the third quarter. Coach Mazarol points to the sky, puts up one finger, calls the play. Karavanik loses the dribble, gets it back up top. Caruso, high off the glass and in. Instant offense and a steal. Caruso, this place goes nuts. Yahtzee. Steve Lane calls a full timeout. 52-41, lead is back up to 11. Josh Caruso just having his way here. And by my count, and I got to make sure I do this twice, has 14 points in the third quarter. $32 points in the game for Josh Caruso. Talking to Steve Lane before the game, that's the one guy they didn't want to go off. Everybody else, that's fine if they score, but we got to do our best to keep Caruso from scoring in the 30s. Well, he's already done that in the third quarter. 52-41. Not an insurmountable lead as the Titans have shown the ability to come back. They got it down to single digits, low single digits here. I believe at one point it was 4. So the Titans will take the ball out, and just in front of us off to our right, it'll be Landry. We'll get it to Rodriguez. Rodriguez pitch the ball back to ARC. Landry on the far side. Pick on ball, pull-up jumper. High off the stanchion, no good. Caruso came down with the rebound. He'll give it up to Tripp, who will run the point. 6'3" junior. Left-hand dribble marked up by Landry. They're just taking their time. 50, now 49 seconds to go. Into the corner. Karavanik will take the place of Tripp, and they'll just do the same motion that they've been doing. We're in no hurry here. Trying to force the Titans into a double team, creating some instant offense. Tripp, left-hand dribble. They cleared the lane, and Tripp took him off the dribble, and a nice job by the Panthers. Rodriguez, right-hand dribble. Tries to knife in, ball nearly turned over, and it is. 54-41, danger zone time for the Titans. They're down 13. Connor Johnson will come back in. Landry will head to the bench. Adamse will check back in. We'll see who he replaces. I'll give Sullivan a break. 13-point Nashua South lead. They'll try to make that increase as we head to the fourth quarter. 10 seconds to go. Caruso gave it up in the corner, got it back. Falling backwards and, well, Caruso was standing on the purple baseline. They passed it to him. Yeah, it would have made sense. Give it to he's your best shooter. Who cares if he's out of bounds? He had a little chuckle, I'm sure, himself. We'll head to the fourth frame. It is a 54-41 Purple Panther advantage. The Titans got it down to low single digits, and then suddenly the Panther explosion here from the Belanger gym. We'll head to the final quarter of action. Nashua South enjoying a 54-41 lead. Jason Roby calling all of the action for you. Steve Cody, the man on the moving pictures. And thank you all for watching us here on the Highlight Guy. We'll talk about Bouvier Prepare. They provide comprehensive college recruiting consulting services for student athletes and their families. If you're looking for guidance in the process for lacrosse, field hockey, soccer, and volleyball, Bouvier Prepare can provide a personalized plan for success. Contact them at bouvierprepare@gmail.com or call 603-465-1102. Luke Peters passes the ball into ARC. Get it across the way. Little hesitation, fadeaway in the lane is no good. Maybe partially blocked. Ball finds its way into Tripp's hands. They'll operate in the half court. They go underneath. Caruso catch and shoot right away. Trying to make something happen. A steal by Tripp. Timeout. Nate Mazeroll. Johnny on the spot there. And it'll be Panther ball. We've already told you where we're going to be tomorrow. We'll be south of the border in the Commonwealth state of Massachusetts as the Bishop Girton Cardinals will be taking on a team that we've already seen here this year in Wachusett. And then next week, this Nashua North team will be at home against Alburn on Tuesday, 6:30 tip. Nashua South will be at Bedford for a 7 o'clock game, and that should be an amazing basketball game as the Bulldogs welcome the Panthers. Dogs and cats, man. What could go wrong? Tripp. Ball, jump ball call. Possession stays with the Panthers. And that's how you know it's not going your way if you're the Titans. You get a jump ball situation, you still don't get possession. Nice bounce pass underneath to the big man who recently checked in. That's Leo DiPaolo. This time Adamse goes up, had it knocked away, but the Titans still keep possession. ARC, high pick. They roll Johnston, trying to feed him. DiPaolo's drawn that job, and Titans fortunate to not turn the ball over there. Robinson Rodriguez drives baseline, can't get it to go. Goes up strong. Body control and in. Robinson Rodriguez. Chance for a three-point play. The Titans are going to need a whole lot more of that. DiPaolo and LeVake will head to the bench. Karavanik and Vanderhorst will check back in. Rodriguez, chance for a three-point play. His offering is in and out. No good. Vanderhorst clears the glass. Here comes the trap. They get it across the way to Tripp. Tripp takes his time. He'll call timeout. That's something, it's a 30-second variety. That's something that Coach Mazerol wants to talk to his troops about. Did not like what he was seeing there. As the Titans may have thrown something a little different at Nashua South, trying to create some instant offense on the turnover. Are you looking to play sports in college? If yes, let the highlight guy help you get noticed and recruited. We create highlight videos, we film sporting events, and we live stream, all with the goal of helping athletes get noticed by college coaches. With the highlight guy, you are the star, so let us help you. Go to thehighlightguy.com or email steve@thehighlightguy.com to get started. And by the way, fans, if you're going to tune into our Bishop Girton-Wachusett game tomorrow, they've changed the start time of that game from 5:30 to 7. So that game has changed to 7 p.m. Little zone being employed here by the Titans. And in actuality, this is a box-and-one defense. They're manning up Caruso, and they're playing a zone with the other 4 Titans. Box-and-one for those of you watching at home. Karavanik lost it. And that time, the box-and-one gets the Titans the ball back. Robinson needs some help. Had the ball poked away from Vanderhorst. He's on the run. Luke Peters now. Goes straight up. Couldn't get it to go. But guess who Johnny on the spot was following that one up? Josh Caruso. Runner in the lane is no good. And we got to tighten down. We have a head injury. Potentially, he's okay. He rolled over. He's okay. And he wants to be helped up now. So he hit the floor kind of hard. Coach Lane will head to the bench. Landry and Huang will check back in. Well, it's good to see everybody up and moving around. So Nashua South ball, 56-43, 5:33 to go in regulation. Titans full court pressure. Caruso will get the ball. He'll give it up to Tripp. Trying to trap Tripp. Landry chases Tripp on the baseline. Couldn't get it to go, and it hung up there. Robinson couldn't get the ball downtown. Peters gets it. Luke Peters from downtown. And a timeout called here. "30-second variety?" It is. 30-second variety for Nashua South. So, the lead is 10. It seems like at times that it could have been a lot more than that, but Nashua North is hanging around here. And that's the DNA of a Coach Lane coached team. It's a never say die, even when you might not have things going your way on the night. These kids will not pack it in. They're going to come back with full court pressure and talk about how they're going to handle this next possession. The next 5:14 is Nashua North playing with their hair on fire defense to try and grind their way back into this one. Meanwhile, it'll be the Panthers who are just trying to stay the course. They've broken the pressure each of the last 2 times the same way. Karavanik's rainmaker, his front iron, no good, but they get the offensive rebound. Shane Lemaire was Johnny on the spot on that one. The Panthers will take the air out of the ball. Someone was pushed to the floor. Caruso, no. And another offensive rebound, no. This time, that spin move. Bodies hit the floor. And they're going to bring the subs in. We're going to see how this plays out. It's going to be Titan ball. 56-46, Nashua South. 4:40 to go in this one. Vanderhorst marking up Cortez. Roy Cortez gave it up. Pull-up jumper, Luke Peters is no good. And the Panthers clear the glass. Vanderhorst will run. Now he'll slow down shy of half court. Adamse trying to check Tripp. Tripp takes it in. Bounce pass. And a nice make there by Lemaire. Good unselfish play by the Panthers. Foul call on number 22. That'll be Karavanik. And that'll send Robinson Rodriguez to the line. No, it won't. Excuse me. My fault. Just kidding. Roy Cortez thought about it. They have Adams on the low block. They won't give it to him. They'll reset the scene. Pick on ball. Peters. Passes underneath, and a good pass. And this time, it was poked out of Robinson's hands. Looked like Lemaire had the quick mitts there. Quick pause, if you will. Panthers. Peters now on the baseline. Bounce pass into the low block. We'll see if the double team comes. We dribble it into a triple team. Bodies hit the floor. Good job by the officiating crew there to emphatically blow that whistle, keep things from escalating to a fever pitch. All the players on the floor will do their best impression of a Swiffer mop. Sullivan checks in. Adamse will check out for the Titans. Roy Cortez trying to get the ball inbound. He'll have to go to the friendly sky. And Peters got hip checked. No call. If he had fallen down, there may have been a call, but good body control, good strength. Roy Cortez wants a pick to his high side. Good defense by Nashua South. Peters, left-hand dribble, takes it in, kicks it out, and it ends up in the bench. And Coach Lane can't believe it. He says the ball was tipped or someone was held or something happened. Can't believe the call, but there are no do-overs. Roy Cortez trying to mark up Tripp. Peters brought the help. They call that one as Tripp hit the deck pretty hard. We'll keep this one a basketball game, folks. Lemaire, or rather Lebrecq, will check in. .253 and counting. Pull-up jumper. Couldn't get it to go. Robinson clears the glass. And Roy Cortez down 12. Has to get something going here. Roy Cortez pulls up, in and out. Karavanik on the rebound. Here comes the trap. Ball intercepted. And we're going to get a foul call on Karavanik. Matt, I don't know if that's the fourth or the fifth team foul. If it's the fifth team foul, the Titans will be at the line. Trying to figure it out. Apparently it's just the fourth foul. Peters under the basket. Alizé. No. And if you're the Titans, you can take some chances here. There's just one team foul on Nashua North. Steal by Roy Cortez. The runner kisses it off the glass. Mwah! And I think we're going to get a timeout here, potentially. Full timeout. Full timeout for Nashua South, I believe. That lead is still just 10 points. And again, this is a Nashua North team that's battling, and good for Nashua South to keep their composure, move the ball around, do the things that work for them, take the air out of the basketball a little bit, as time is not on your side if you're the Titans. Nashua South, of course, trying to get to 9-3 as they head to that huge showdown in Bedford next week. As we mentioned, this North team will be at home against Alvern next Tuesday. That's a 6:30 tip, and the South Bedford game will be a 7 o'clock start. Good fanfare here tonight. Campus of Nashua High School South. Want to again thank Lisa Gingras for setting us up here. Taping off an area for us to operate. Want to thank you all for watching us here tonight. We'll try to get the winning coach at the conclusion of this one. Right now, the odds-on favorite is the team wearing white and purple, but you never say never. Still a lot of basketball to go. I think they're going to call it on Rodriguez. Maybe they're going to say Peters. They're going to give it to Luke Peters. I suppose that is Luke's 4th foul. And again, it's a good foul because it's only the second team foul. Adams is checked in. They'll use him to try and run and trap and foul. He fouled there, but they didn't call it. Underneath, Karavanik rather. He'll dribble himself out of trouble, and they'll reset. They're taking the air out of the ball here, trying to get a trap. Nice job and good movement. Runner in the lane is no good. Rodriguez pulled down the rebound, and back the other way come the Titans. Nice job. Good pass from Peters to Sullivan. And the sophomore has 9 points, and the lead is 8 points, folks. And this is the tricky thing is Nashua South passed up a couple of easy looks there. And Nashua North expending a lot of energy trying to get this trap going and create some offense. Look, we said at the beginning of this one, if the game gets into the 60s, it's Nashua South's game to win. But this is a Nashua North team that's keeping themselves in it at 50 and trying to keep this Purple Panther team at 58. Back in the holiday tournament, it was I don't recall the exact score, but something to the tune of 44-41, 47-44, something in that regard in terms of a three-point game, but it was a game in the 40s. Tonight, we're in the 50s. We'll set the scene. Again, Nashua North can foul and not worry about sending the Panthers to the free throw line. They want to face guard Caruso. Here comes the trap. They do. No foul call. Nice job by Nashua South handling this pressure, and a good job by the Panthers. And that's something you work on in practice. Well done by Nashua South. Got a foul now. The lead is 8. Adams will reach in. But now you have to almost foul immediately because you've got to get to 5 team fouls in order to try and get the ball back. Caruso will take the ball out of bounds. Adams will guard the inbound pass. They go way into the backcourt. Peters with the 4 fouls. He'll reach in. And that's going to close the book, I think, on Luke Peters. It's either 4 or 5. And it is 5 fouls. So Luke will check out, and Braden Lebrecht will check in. That'll close the book on Peters. He finishes the night with 8 points. Get it in. Roy Cortez, they're hacking him. They're just not calling it. Nice job of just getting the ball out. And now Vanderhorst will head to the line for 2 free throws. But here's the thing. You're in the bonus. You get your free throws. Nashua North will try to grab that rebound if there is one and run. Coach Mazerol not putting anybody in the position to rebound either of these. As Vanderhorst misses the first, now he'll send them in. Vanderhorst here with 1 point, played some pretty good defense on the evening. Opportunity here for Nashua South to go up by 9. Link Vanderhorst knocks down the second. It's a 9-point lead. They'll put pressure on the ball. So the Titans have to touch it and run the clock. 35 seconds. High off the glass, no good. Trying to knock it around. They reach in, they don't call the foul. And Caruso goes all the way. It was Sullivan with the reach in. They didn't call it. That is blocked, and I think they're going to call Daniel Karavanik with a foul, and it's going to be 3 free throws for Braden Lebrecht. So again, Lebrecht with an opportunity to get this to more respectable difference. First one misses, he'll get a second. Misses the second, he'll get a third. We'll see if they empty their bench. And Louis Mazerol will enter the game for the Titans. That is the son of the head coach of the Purple Panthers. So dad coaches the Panthers, son plays for the Titans. 0 for 3. Vanderhorst grabs the rebound. Adams on the reach in. And so Vanderhorst will head back to the free throw line. So this game will maybe a little further out of reach without the fouls. And it looks like Robinson Rodriguez will come to the bench. A lot of fans heading down, probably trying to get autographs after. They asked you for yours, didn't they, Steve? Vanderhorst knocks down the first. He'll get a second. Steve Cody's charging $5 for autographs up here, folks. I could not believe it. Vanderhorst. Back irons the second. Back the other way come the Titans. And they'll just run this one out. We're about to go final. Your score here from the Belanger Gym in Nashua, New Hampshire, 62-50. The Purple Panthers win by 12. We'll have some final number breakdowns for you in just a bit. We're going to try and see if we can't get a Nate Mazerol interview at the conclusion of this one. We'll be right back here on the Highlight Guy with Coach Mazerol. How you doing, bud? Good to see you, man.
Are you looking to play sports in college? Almost every college recruiting website recommends having a highlight video as one of the top 3 crucial recruiting tools. In fact, 93% of college coaches we surveyed said they watch a recruit's highlight video as part of their player assessments. Our sole purpose is to make you look good. Our highlight videos include an athlete bio and accolade page, stop motion, and player highlight. The video is not done until you are completely satisfied and say it's done. We also upload to YouTube or whatever recruiting platform you use. The highlight guy can also film your high school or club games to capture you in action, resulting in amazing footage that you can use to help create your highlight video. We have the expertise to help you get recruited. Check out our website at thehighlightguy.com or contact Steve at thehighlightguy.com to get started on your path to playing sports in college.
Meet Bouvier Prepare, your game changer in college athletics recruitment. We cut through the chaos, focusing on superb communication and top-notch organization. One-on-one attention, tailored strategies, and a winning game plan for emails, calls.
Welcome back to the campus here at Nashua South High School, home of the Purple Panthers, the victorious Purple Panthers as they defeat their crosstown rivals, Nashua North, 62-50. I'm joined by the head man for the Panthers, Nate Mazerow. Coach, first and foremost, congratulations. It was a 12-point difference, but it really didn't feel like that, did it?
No, not at all. Thank you very much. Anytime you play a Coach Lane team, you know it's going to be, I don't care what the record says. I could use all the cliches. That's a very good basketball team. Their season is far from over, so we will take that win. Rivalry game, always a great equalizer.
Speaking of equalizers, it's great when you have one of the best shooters in the state, Josh Caruso. Boy, he's a lot of fun to watch, just from an enjoyment of the game, watching him run up and down the floor, trying to get him open. What makes him so special, Coach?
I have no idea. It's certainly not the coaching. There was one play in the first. I coached him for 4 years. One play in the first half. He made a shot, and I could do nothing but shake my head because I don't know how it happens. Hardest working kid I've ever had. I've been doing this a long time, and Josh works as hard, if not harder, than anyone I have, and he's only going to get better. And the beauty about Josh Caruso is if he scores 0 and we win, that's all that matters.
Absolutely right. Talk to us. We're going to turn the page on this one. You got Bedford in a couple of nights here, going to the home of the Bulldogs. Dogs and Cats. It's going to be a great matchup. What do you know about that team? What can we expect from that matchup with Bedford?
So after last year, I think everyone assumed they'd take a step back because they graduated so many great players.
Right.
They haven't. They might even be better. So believe me, I have vivid memories of the 30-point loss they put on us in that gym last year. So I have no idea what we're going to do. We're going to play our game. As I've told the guys the last 3 or 4 games, we're playing our best basketball. We had a stretch where we got away from what we were good at. Yeah. We got back to that. Salem and then Portsmouth, a tough win at Merrimack, and then certainly this is always great crowd, the energy. So kids aren't used to that. It can be nerve-wracking.
Right.
So the fact that they kept their poise, that speaks volumes, and hopefully that will help us come Tuesday.
I want to let you get back with your players and your friends and family and celebrate on this one. Last question from me. You guys are now 9-3. I'm sure you have some preseason expectations, some goals that you try to achieve as you progress through the season. Are you guys on pace for where you want to be? Is the sky the limit for this Nashua South team?
I will answer it this way. Several people asked me, who's the team to beat this year? Or who's in the mix? And I ran out of fingers.
Yeah.
There are that many good teams. So I am confident we can play with and I think beat anyone. So 9-3, we're very happy with that. Again, more happy with the way we're playing the last 3 or 4 games. And I don't know if we're peaking at the right time, if we still have more to improve. I certainly think so. So I like to think March is going to be a lot of fun.
It certainly will be. And this is Coach Nate Mazerow of the victorious Nashua South Purple Panthers here tonight from the Belanger Gym on the campus of Nashua South. Coach, congratulations. Thanks for joining us here on the Highlight Guy.
Thank you.
We'll talk to you soon, buddy. All right, well, that's going to wrap things up for us here at Nashua High School South. You saw an outstanding display of basketball ability tonight with Josh Caruso here on his own home floor. The crowd was electric. The fans were well-behaved, but into the game. This place was a madhouse at times, and it's great to call games like this that mean something, especially when everybody is involved, everybody's cheering loud, and this is the stuff that you'll talk about years down the road. You might not remember the final score, but you'll remember the game, you'll remember the people that you played with and you played against, and that's what high school athletics is all about. For my partner, Steve Cody, my name is Jason Roby. We're going to see you tomorrow from Massachusetts as the Bishop Girton Cardinals travel to play Wachusett in what should be a great matchup between two fantastic teams. Want to remind you all that it is not the critic who counts, but you can always count on the critic. Take care, drive safe, we'll see you soon.